All right. Yay. All right, so I see we have a lot of people in here so far, and I'm very excited. I'm just waiting for them to give me the the host capabilities here. But welcome, bienvenidos, hola. I'm Susie of Susie Drinks, and I'm coming to you guys from Dreams Tulum down in Mexico, Riviera Maya, and I'm so excited to join you guys today to be talking about National Margarita Day, one of the best days of the year. And I'm so excited to be doing this with Cheap Caribbean. They are turning 21 this year, so they can finally drink. So to celebrate, they wanted to do this fun margarita class. And even more fun than that, since margarita class was on 2/22, February 22nd, they're going to give they're going to give 2 round trip flights to 22 of you. So 2/22. I think that's so fun. So throughout this, they're going to actually be picking the winners. So we would love it if you guys would participate. You don't have to participate to win, but you do have to be here to win. So you guys are all entered to win. I'm very excited. I am actually a little jealous because you guys are going to get to go on cool trips like the one I'm on right now. My friend and I have been having a blast this week at Dreams Tulum. Beautiful time to be down there, especially after the crazy week we had in Dallas and the crazy year we've all had, which I know is making all of us want to travel. So find your beach, hang out with Cheap Caribbean. If you guys are posting on social media tonight, make sure if you're doing Instagram stories, you tag me, Susie Drinks, our friends at Cheap Caribbean, at Cheap Caribbean, and then Dreams Tulum also at Dreams Tulum. Some easy names for you right there. And if you can, try and use the hashtag Cheap Caribbean so that we can also keep track of you guys there and have a little bit of fun and chat with y'all there. We are going to be able to take questions during this. So if you have questions on how I'm doing something, or if you need me to slow down, speed up, if you want to, just say hi, that's great too. You guys let us know where you're coming in from. I'd love to see in the chat where you guys are all coming in from. My friend Ariel here is going to be showing me some of the fun questions that you guys answer. So I'll do my best to get to those along the way. So like I said, Cheap Caribbean is now 21, so old enough to drink, and we're going to be making 2 margaritas to celebrate that. The first one we're going to make is a traditional margarita, and then the second one we're going to make is the CC Marg, which is going to actually be served up instead of on the rocks. And it's going to have some strawberries and some other fun things. So the first thing we're going to do to actually get us started for the second cocktail we're going to do, looks like we have some friends in from New Jersey, California, New York, Colorado. Colorado's probably still pretty cold. I bet you guys are a little jealous of me right now. Sorry, Colorado's still pretty cold, probably. So to get us started, we are going to actually take the strawberries that we have. I want you to chop off the top of those. And I want you to finely chop, let's say, 2 strawberries. And then you're going to put it on a sheet and sprinkle just some refined sugar on it. So we have our sugar right here, and we've actually gone ahead and done this earlier. So I don't need to be getting my hands dirty with the strawberries, but just chop your strawberries finely, put them on a baking sheet or any sort of sheet, or even a chopping board or something like that. Sprinkle some sugar over them, and we're just gonna let that sit for a little bit while we're talking about the other margaritas and doing some other fun things. So while we are letting those strawberries sit, I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes, and I'm gonna go over what all we need for this class. So again, we're gonna go over the ingredients for these 2 margaritas. You're going to, for the first margarita, need silver. Maybe I need some tequila here. We need some silver tequila, orange liqueur, fresh lime juice. And if you aren't into fresh lime juice, that's fine. You can use the bottle, totally fine. And then also simple syrup. And if you don't have any of that, it's very easy to make. All you have to do is, and this is what I even do at home because sometimes you just need a little bit. I just put water in a mug, and then you're going to heat that until boiling, and then just stir in the same volume of sugar. Whatever it is. So 1 cup of water to 1 cup of sugar. And then you'll just stir it until it's dissolved. And then you have simple syrup. And that's why they call it simple, because it is simple. So that's what we need for our first cocktail. And then when we go to our second cocktail, the CC Marg, we're going to need a reposado tequila. And if you're not into the reposado, you can still stick with your silver tequila. That's fine. Orange juice, strawberries, and we have our strawberries halved right here, ready to go, thanks to my sous chef. Lime juice again, and then agave syrup, which is going to be a little bit different than a simple syrup because it is made from the agave plant, obviously, instead of refined sugar. All right, so we have our strawberries sitting, and we are going to start on our first margarita. I'm going to give you guys just a few little notes about tequila itself. Tequila is an agave spirit, and it is made in one of 5 states in Mexico, and it has to be made in those 5. So it's kind of like champagne, where it has to be made in that place or it can't be actually called tequila. There are many, many regulations around the making of tequila, what you use in it. It has to be 100% Blue Weber agave tequila. And then there are different classifications. As I said, there's silver, reposado, añejo, and then they're actually starting to look at some other classifications also. So we're going to be working with silver and reposado today, and we have Patron because this is what I use at home, and they were kind enough to get exactly what I use at home, so I know exactly what this margarita is going to taste like today. So we all love tequila. Glad to hear that we get to make these drinks today with tequila. If you are at home, I put the ingredients list and the ingredients list and the list of tools. So we're gonna also run through our tools that we need real quick. We need shaker tins, and mine may look a little bit different than yours. So this is called a Boston shaker. It's 2 pieces. A lot of you probably have a cobbler shaker, which is 3 pieces, and it's usually the base and then the top and then a little cap to go on top of that has a strainer. So we're using a Boston shaker here in Mexico today, but you don't have to use that. And then we also have a measuring device called a jigger. So, I should say, if you don't have a shaker like this, you can even use a protein shake maker, or even just a water bottle if you want to. Anything that you could put drinks in and shake, that's gonna be fine. And then we're also gonna have these measuring devices. I have 2 here. They're called jiggers. And so these are measured in ounces, but instead of these, you can actually, sorry, not ounces, but these are measured either in milliliters or ounces, depending on the one you get. But you can also just use tablespoons. And if you're using just common tablespoons from the kitchen, even literally a tablespoon, make sure that you know 1 ounce is actually 2 tablespoons. So if you're trying to use those tablespoons, that's how you're going to measure that one out. 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons. All right, so we have our shaker tin, our jigger. We have a strainer, which you guys might not need to use because you might have the cobbler shaker, so you don't need to worry about getting the junk out of it. And then also a muddler. This muddler has a flat bottom, so it's going to help us whenever we go mix those strawberries in. It's going to help us crush them. Yes, thank you. We also need ice. If you guys need some ice at home, make sure you have plenty of that, because we're going to use it both in our first drink and to shake our drinks to cool or to chill them. Great note, thank you. So as I was saying, we have our muddler. If you don't have a muddler, you can even just use the bottom of a spoon, or even a wooden spoon from the kitchen. So that would work too. And I think that goes over all of our ingredients. The garnish, like I said, we did our strawberries. We chopped our strawberries up finely and put the sugar over them, and that's sitting. So that's going to make us some nice pink sugar like we made before. Don't want to tip it too much and lose my sugar, but here's ours. And then if you are a big salt fan, I mean, comment right now. Tell me who likes salt, who likes sugar, who likes neither. I personally like tahini. So I like to mix my salt and my tahini, and then I put it on part of the glass instead of the whole thing too. So that's a little bit of margarita fun, that everybody likes something different in that. So I'm seeing a bunch of you guys say that you guys like salt and sugar, and that's great. I love it. Gotta love this discourse. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our first margarita though, a classic margarita. So we're gonna start with our shaker tin. We're gonna start with our shaker tin, and grab your tequila. Now, if you guys have your bottles of Patron in the States, I just learned today that in Mexico, they aren't corks. They just screw off. And I thought that was so funny. And so I love this. I'm very excited. So we're going to start with our silver tequila for this classic margarita, and we're going to measure out 1.5 ounces. So if you have one of these jiggers, usually, don't quote me on this, don't come after me, but usually one side is 1 ounce and the other side is 2 ounces. So we're going to do most of this. And if you look inside, I can't show you guys because the camera's not that good, but if you look inside, usually there are lines that say the amounts that you're pouring. So this one doesn't have it, but this one does. So we know that up to here is 1.5 ounces. So make sure that you're using the right measures whenever you're looking at that. If you are going to the top, fill it to the top, because a little more tequila never hurt anybody, right? So we're gonna go ahead, and for our classic margarita, we're gonna start with 1.5 ounces of tequila. Here we go. That's 1.5. Drop that into our shaker. Thank you, tequila. You did good. Good job. Out there. Now we're going to do 1 ounce of orange liqueur. And orange liqueur is also called triple sec. So if you guys have triple sec at home, that works also. A very common orange liqueur is Cointreau. You guys probably have seen that a lot. We're going to be using this Cointreau, which is actually, I think, part of a company out of Houston that is doing some tequila made in Mexico, sold out of Houston. So back to what we said before, it has to be made in Mexico to be called tequila. All right, so we're going to do 1 ounce of orange liqueur. Glug, 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 glug. So it's going to be the full one on that side. And see, I have it very much to the top. Drop that in. I was getting excited about this. First margarita of the day. That's not true. I've had 2. It's fine. Okay, so we have our tequila in there, our orange liqueur. Now we're going to do our lime juice. So I actually have the lime juice already made here, or squeezed. But if you are at home and you need to cut your limes in half, you can get one of these fun little juicers. This is actually what I use at home. These hand juicers are actually really fun to use. And you'll pop these in there and then squeeze them down. But my friends here at Dreams Tulum have done the work for me, which is just so kind. So I have it in this lovely bottle here, and I'm going to do 0.75 ounces of this lime juice and add that to our margarita. All right, so that's almost all the way up to the top. There we go. Let's drop that in. And then the last thing, people think that margaritas are so complicated, but they're not. They're 4 ingredients, and that's why you really need to use quality ingredients whenever you're making margaritas. The simpler the cocktail, the less ingredients in something, the better the ingredients need to be, because you can really taste them. So fresh lime juice, great tequila, great orange liqueur, and then we have our simple syrup. Again, just 1-to-1 sugar. It's very easy. And then we're going to do a 1/4 ounce of this. So just a little bit of the simple syrup here. Oh, I did measure that right. Wow, look at that. I measured it exactly right. And then we're going to drop that in, and then that concludes the 4 ingredients for our margarita. So now from here, we need to shake it up. So again, I have this Boston shaker. It's a little bit unruly, so y'all bear with me. But I'm going to put my ice in, and then I'm going to seal it. I saw somebody one time on live television just blow the shaker out, and it just went everywhere. So I'm just hoping that's not me today. So we're gonna close our shaker tin. We're gonna shake it, and everybody has a different, probably pretty loud for y'all. Everybody has a different shaking technique. Usually they're very fun. If you guys want to, just because I think it's very fun to watch, send me a boomerang or a video of you guys on my Instagram story. Remember, tag me, Susie Drinks. Tag our friends at Cheap Caribbean, do all the tags, do all the fun things, Dreams Tulum, hashtag Cheap Caribbean. We want to see what you guys are doing. So like I said, if you can show me your shaking technique, show me that fun, and then also show me your setup. I know mine is like so lovely. They did such a good job setting this up. I think it's beautiful. So show me what you guys are doing, shaking over there and all that kind of fun stuff. You'll notice that, see, my shaker tin has gotten really frosty. So that's how I know, okay, that's plenty shaken up. I don't want to shake it too much, because if you do that, then the ice melts too much and it's going to dilute your margarita. And who wants that? A watered down margarita, not me. So I'm done shaking. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. Oh, I didn't get it first time. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and open this, get my strainer, get my glass. So here's a good note. So those of you who like the tahini or the salt or the sugar, whatever you want to do, you're going to make sure that you rim your glass before you put anything else in it. My trick is to take a half a lime and then only put lime where you want there to be something on the rim. There are places you go that'll just rim the whole thing, and it's whether it's sugar or salt or tahini, it's just too much. So I'm actually going to get a little wild, and I have my tahini on a bowl here, or on a plate, and my salt on another one. And I'm going to see if I can get a little wild, and I'm going to do half sugar, or sorry, half salt and half tahini, and see how that comes out. Ooh, wow, look at that. All right, so we have my perfect mix is half salt, half tahini. The glass we're using, this is a rocks glass. And really, you can make a margarita in any glass you want. It just depends how big you want the margarita. But this one we're going to be putting over ice. So we wanted to make sure the glass was a little bit bigger. So we have this rocks glass that we're using today. And again, I just went and I'm going to rim it before I put anything in it. So use the lime on it and then dipped it in whatever I wanted. Half salt, half tahini for me. So my glass is ready to go. And I am going to strain. Oh, sorry, ice. Going to go ahead and put my ice in here, my prepared glass. I'm gonna throw that one away. And then we're going to, in our prepared glass, we are going to strain our cocktail in. And again, if you guys have that cobbler shaker, it's going to be a little bit easier to pour. Look at that, guys. Oh, yum. All right, so we have our first classic margarita. I am going to take a sip because I am. Thank you, Alexandra. I appreciate the compliment. I so many times been into restaurants and just not enjoyed that there's just salt everywhere, and just it's nice to be able to control your own destiny here. So here I have my first classic margarita. Take a little sip. Again, show me what y'all's looks like. I have a little straw in here. You don't need a straw, but I like a straw. It's a paper straw. Don't worry. I know I'm by the beach. Paper straw. So we have our first margarita. And as you notice, we did this first one, like I said, over ice. And that's obviously going to keep it colder longer, but that also gives it the chance to be more diluted. So if we maybe want to keep the ice away from it, sometimes you'll serve a cocktail up, which is no ice. So our second cocktail, we're actually going to be doing in a a martini glass. You can also do it in a margarita glass. Really, you can put it over ice if you'd like also. But we wanted to show you guys a couple different kinds of margaritas. Whew. So I'll be doing this one in a martini glass because it's going to be served up. Ariel. Okay, so no, it's fine. Everything's good. Everybody's good. Sorry, if you guys just saw a little bit of the shaking, we're not having an earthquake here. We just got a little bit excited, started writing on the table. Okay, so as I said, less ice, less dilution. Holly, oh my gosh, Holly, thank you. That's very cute. She said I look very cute. That's very kind. Hope you guys like my purple hair. It's my natural color. But so we made our first one on the rocks. We're going to do our second one just straight up, which is, as I said, no ice. So we're going to start, actually we're going to chill our glass. But as I said before you put anything in your glass, you have to make sure to put whatever rim on it that you're going to. So with this rim, we're going to do the strawberry sugar that you guys made. So that should be about ready to go. So if you guys want to go ahead and get that strawberry sugar off of the baking sheet or the cutting board or whatever you did, make sure, again, it's really chopped up fine. And then you can put it on your little saucer. You can put it on your little saucer. Again, you're going to take the glass and you're going to take half a lime and you're going to put lime juice just on the part. Thank you, Joseph. Joseph said he loves my purple hair. I wish it was my natural color. Wouldn't that be fun, guys? So I went ahead and put lime juice on this, and I'm going to rim my martini glass with the strawberry sugar that we've prepared. So as I said, always make sure you prepare your glass before you put anything in it. So now that that's ready, I'm going to chill it. So whenever you chill a glass before you put drink in it, that's just because we're not going to be putting ice in it. So we want to make sure that the glass can help to keep the drink cooler. So we're going to put some ice in here. Some ice in here to get that cooled down for us. And we're just going to set that little guy aside while we're making the cocktail. We're going to just let that sit over here. You guys are being so kind to me. Deanna, thank you. The Dreams Tulum team put together this setup. She said she likes the setup. You guys can't even see all of it. There's fresh fruit over here and some beautiful vases and just pineapples over here. It's really lovely. They did a great job here. And I really wanted to be able to show you guys the sunset while we were doing this, but we thought it was going to be a little bit loud outside. So we went inside and I'm in this beautiful older room and it has so much character. So thanks again to the Dreams Tulum team for giving me this great setup. It looks awesome. Okay, so now that we have our glass chilling, we are going to go ahead and put together the ingredients for our second drink, the CC Marg. So we are going to take our shaker tin. Again, you're going to take the base of your shaker tin. And we are going to we're going to start with 2 ounces of reposado tequila. So reposado actually means rested. So that means tequila that has been in a barrel for, I think it's 2 to 14 months. And I know that some people are going to yell at me for not getting those dates exactly right. I'd love to show you somebody asked if we could go look outside whenever we're done. I don't know if we'll have the capability to do this, but I promise you guys, I will take some pictures and post some stories of exactly what it looks like outside. And you guys can appreciate the beautiful sunsets here whenever I put those on my story. So check that out later. Okay, so we're going to use our reposado tequila, rested tequila. So that's tequila that has a little bit of color because, as I said, it's been in a barrel for just a short amount of time, some short, some a little bit longer, but at least 2 months. So we're going to take our tequila, and again, we're going to take our jigger, that is our measuring device, and we're going to do 2 ounces. So I'm going to use the big end of my jigger here, fill her up. Oh, it's such a great sound. Glug, 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 glug. Fill it all the way to the top, and then we're going to dump it in our shaker tin. So that's our tequila, 2 ounces of reposado tequila. Again, good job. And then we are going to use our orange juice. So this is fresh orange juice. Again, we're in paradise. Oh, 2 months to a year. I got so close. 14 months. Sorry. So reposado tequila, 2 months to 12 months. Almost got it right. Thank you, Alice, for that correction. I hope that's not my sister Alice, because you're going to hear from me later if it was. So we're going to do half an ounce of orange juice for this. So take your orange juice, and again, mine's already made. If not, you can use these great juicers. So half an ounce here. Here we go. Half an ounce there. Tops up. And then we're going to stick with our citrus. We're going to grab the lime juice again. So if you're using whole limes, that's great. Squeeze away. If not, we're going to do 1 ounce. So that's one of the small sides here. Here we go. So don't forget, 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons. If you're doing tablespoons, you need to do 2 ounces of that. Dump that in. All right. So now we have our tequila in here. We have our lime juice, our orange juice. And then I'm going to take the other side of my tin here, and I'm going to muddle some strawberries. So I told you guys that we are going to be muddling 5 halves. So I have my lovely strawberries here. I'm going to dump, slippery hands. Okay. We're going to put 5 of those into my shaker tin. forgot to count. That's 4 and 5. And then we're going to take the muddler. And remember, I said you could use, instead of a muddler, if you don't have a muddler, you could use a wooden spoon or something like that. But something that has a bottom that you can kind of crush things. So when you muddle, you're just going to kind of get those like a little bit. You want to release the juices, turn a little bit. So go down, turn a little. See, it looks like we have another question here. Let's see if I can read and muddle at the same time. Oh, Susan, thanks for finding me on Instagram. That's very nice. I'm going to send those sunset pictures right when we're done here. Let's see. Sorry, I trying to read it. My eyes aren't so great today. We've been in the salt water. Good for keto. So that's a great question. Keto's difficult for cocktails. I know that because I've done it. And really, truthfully, nutritionists would say if you're doing keto, you're probably not supposed to be drinking. But I did, because I'm Susie Drinks and I can't go on keto and not drink. So I kind of stuck to more just liquors that I could drink on the rocks or straight. So I was drinking a lot of brown liquors. But tequila is really fantastic on the rocks. If you guys have ever had a really just nice reposado on the rocks, just sip it. It's such a nice cocktail. But if you, and I can't remember the name of who just asked that about the keto, but if you want to message me, Holly, oh no, not Holly. One of you asked about the keto. So if you want to message me after this, I will go ahead and find some cocktails that actually would work for you on keto. So you can message me and I will get you some answers for that. Okay. All right. So we have our strawberries muddled here. Set that aside. So we have our muddled strawberries, and then we are going to go back over here. We have our tequila, lime juice, and then orange juice, and we're going to add agave syrup to this. So agave syrup, as I said, is a little different than simple syrup. It is going to be made from an agave plant. Lisa said muddling is helping me de-stress. That's the plan. Just take it out on those strawberries, get the juices out, have fun with it. So we're going to go back to our agave syrup, and we need to do a half an ounce of this agave syrup. So watch me make a mess. This will be really cute. Everybody watch. It's gonna be fun. Okay, half an ounce. Oh my gosh, I didn't make a mess. All right, let's get started. So we're adding our agave syrup. So now we have in our shaker tin the tequila, lime juice, orange juice, agave syrup, and then we have our muddled strawberries. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and top the muddled strawberries with our other alcohol, our other drinks. Add some, there we go. Add some ice to that so we can shake it. And again, I want to see y'all's shaking method. I want to see how you guys do here. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to seal our shaker tin, whether it's a cobbler or you're using your water bottle. Make sure it's nice and closed. Take my own advice, and then go ahead and give this one a shake. And again, we're going to wait until we get a little bit of frostiness on this tin. All right, and while we're doing that, go ahead and take your chilled glass, and you can see that there is a little bit of condensation on this glass because it's chilled, so that was perfectly done. And I think we're good there. That sounds right. Once you get to making a lot of margaritas, you know what it sounds like whenever it's ready. Best sound in the world. And I'm going to, all right, got rid of that ice. And now we are going to take this last little bit of margarita, and we are going to strain it into our margarita glass. Tonight it's a martini glass, but we're calling it a margarita glass. So we're going to take our prepared chilled glass that has the strawberry sugar on it. Going to strain that in. There we go. Oh, wow. What is the, okay, Shannon just asked what the difference between mezcal and tequila is. And that's actually a fantastic question, Shannon. I really appreciate that you asked. So we've been seeing a ton of mezcal lately, and you can all just look at this beautiful cocktail while I'm explaining this. So as I said, tequila has a ton of regulations around it. It's like champagne in that it has to be made in the right place, out of the right things, and done the right way. So there are all these regulations. I would really encourage you guys, if you're interested in this, Google it, because there are so many regulations. I could not go through them all right now. I actually did get a fun tequila certification somewhat recently, and it is a lot of information. So Google it, take a look. But as I said, it has to be made in one of 5 states in Mexico. Jalisco is the most common one. Obviously, a lot of people know about Jalisco. It's in Guadalajara, or it's outside of Guadalajara. But all that said, anything not made exactly how the tequila board says, or the government actually, it is mezcal. So mezcal has no regulations around it. You can find mezcal that is made from, all different kinds of agave plants. As I said, tequila has to be 100% agave. Mezcal can really kind of just be anything. So I know we're getting up to the end of time here. Yes, this cocktail would be perfect for the beach. In fact, I'm going to walk outside and drink this on the beach. Before I do that, though, I'm going to take this beautiful fanned out strawberry, and I'm going to do that while I am waiting for the names of our 22 winners. So I'm going to go ahead and garnish my glass with my strawberry. My wonderful Sue did a great job on this strawberry. So here is our CC Marg. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone, and I'm going to see who our winners are. I'm very excited. I'm actually going to read these out. So you guys are going to know before you leave today who our winners are. Give me 1 second to make sure that we are, we have them. Oh my goodness. All right. How exciting. Okay. I know who won already. This is so fun. I know before you guys. All right. So let's get a quick raise of hands. Who's excited? Who wants to win? Remember, if you're doing this tonight, we're so grateful that you're here, and they're so excited that you guys are celebrating their 21st birthday with them. Again, I'm coming to you guys from Dreams Tulum. If you all have any questions about my visit, please message me. If you're posting anything, make sure to post, tag, do all the fun things. Again, I'm Susie Drinks. Dreams Tulum is at Dreams Tulum. Cheap Caribbean is at Cheap Caribbean. Hashtag us, have fun with it. Okay, time for the winners. All right, I'm excited. I love that I know before y'all. And all right, so our first winners, and if you do win, make sure you make a big deal out of it in the comments, post away. I'm just so excited. Okay, our first winner is Alexandra Schneider. Our second winner is Alice Myers, Allison Lomas, Brent Cannon, Brianna Fuller, Bruce Melloway, Janisha Jones, Jessica Chang, Kaylee Walker, Katie Crane, and if I'm saying any of your names wrong, I'm so sorry. Corey Vance, Kristen Beck, Linda Strong, Lisa Railton, Mary Kolf, Megan Moonen, Miranda Willems, Rita Ferrer, Sarah Starbard, that's a cool name, Starbard, wow. Sebastian Lackey, Susan Gilton, and Zoe Gonzalez. I am so excited for you guys. 22 of y'all just got 4 flights. So that means you can go somewhere and come back and take a friend with you there and back. Make sure you check out Cheap Caribbean. They have some really fantastic deals. As I said, I'm here at Dreams Tulum. It's one of their partner resorts. It has been an excellent time. I've had a great time. But make sure you check out their website for deals on all of your trips down to the Caribbean and other places. And then beyond that, make sure, they said that they're going to be doing some other fun giveaways. So make sure that you guys are following them on Instagram at Cheap Caribbean. I think I am going to go drink these 2 margaritas that I've made tonight, go show you guys some sunset pictures. So Salud, thank you so much for coming tonight. Happy birthday to Cheap Caribbean and happy National Margarita Day. You guys have a great night. Bye.